UnCloned Insiders. It's time to go from unknown to uncloned. You got to have the UnCloned book bundle, the #1 book bundle in the marketplace to help you live an uncloned life and build an uncloned brand. All you have to do is head over to unclonedbb.com. That is UnClonedbb.com. Until next time, let's go live an uncloned life and build an uncloned brand. Hey y'all, what's going on? How are you all doing? What up? If you all can hear me, let me know. I am live in the building. I am live also in several places, primarily on YouTube. I'm also on Facebook as well. So if you can hear me, just let me know in the chat. I can see all the comments. Let me pull up my comments. If you all leave a comment, I'll be able to see it. So hey. What's up, beautiful people? How are you all doing? I'm gonna shout out some people here that we see here. Hey y'all, thank y'all for coming. Also, feel free to share this, okay? What'd you say? The way I ran to my iPad? Look, we about to cook today. Hey. What's up? How y'all doing? Okay. So thank you all so much for tuning in to today's live stream. If you all don't know who I am, my name is Audria Richmond, and I am a marketing and launch strategist. I work directly with my clients to teach them how to build uncloned brands and launch profitable marketing campaigns. We are the brand that you come to when you want to become or remain the obvious choice of your industry. Hey y'all, what's up? We about to get into it. I have so much I want to share. Like, I have so much that I want to share. So I want to tell y'all why we doing this live stream, okay? Because I think if you understand why I'm doing this, then it will help you understand where we're going to go with this. A lot of the times people, I feel like I'm coming on strong, and I'm not trying to even come on strong like this, okay? A lot of people want to make millions, but they don't want to become the person that can make millions. Let me say this again. Because yeah, we're going to get into some tactics. I'm going to give you some tips. I'm going to give you some strategies. I'm going to give you all the things, okay? However, a lot of people want to make millions, but they don't want to become the person that can make millions, okay? Now, before I made my first million, I was not the person that could have made a million, okay? I was not the person at all that could make millions, okay? Since being online from 2014 to now, we've generated over $4 million in sales. And I'm probably shortcutting myself, but I know for sure we've done over $4 million in sales. And one thing I can tell you is that who I was when I was staying in Memphis is not the same girl y'all see here who is building a brand, is well-known, well-respected, great positioning. I'm an author now of multiple books. You know, I've published so many cool projects. I've had clients all over the world. We are an international brand. We serve clients globally, right? I wasn't like what you all see right now was not what I was back then. Okay. Because I feel like if I take you back to that, then it will give you context on like, how do you price for millions? So if you're ready, just put ready in the chat. Also, if you are enjoying yourself, make sure you like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you are on Facebook, just give us a thumbs up and share this video with someone that you feel like would benefit from this live stream. Okay. So before I made millions, okay. And I think if I tell you the characteristics of that person, you may be able to see why you haven't gotten your first or next million. Is that helpful? Just put yes in the chat. I want to make sure y'all got this, because if you can follow along today, okay, I'm gonna help somebody. Okay, so I really want to kind of set the stage for that. So back then, I was a girl who wanted everything to be free. Okay, sound familiar? I didn't pay for nothing. You couldn't get me to pay for nothing. If it wasn't free or cheap, it wasn't for me. Okay, old mindset. So just know everything I'm telling you is based on old mindset. So just keep that in mind as I'm telling you this. Like, I'm giving you the characteristics and the traits of a person who couldn't generate millions to save her life. Okay. So number one, I was cheap. I wanted everything to be free. I did not invest in myself. Okay. I was not investing in myself. The second thing, I was not reading. Okay. I know you all are like, oh my God, I got to read a book. Like I read a book like every day. Damn near at this point. Like literally. Okay. Hold on. Let me tell you the girl today. So hold on one second. My husband just picked up manuals of stuff that I'm going to read. Okay. Let me show you. Manuals. Okay. Let me see. I don't think I'm going to show y'all everything. Okay. So like this book, I just bought this. This was in my news feed probably earlier this morning. I sent it to Office Depot, got it printed. It's over 200 pages. I plan on being done with that this week. Okay. Next thing. Okay. I got my own product printed. Okay. We give this as a free, it's free for our UnCloned Lunch Circle members. So anybody who's in the Lunch Circle, they have access to this. I didn't necessarily want to see it on the computer, but I printed this out because we're about to go into lunch mode. And I wanted to be able to use my own guide for getting ideas for emails for our lunches. Okay. The next thing. I recently signed up for a program. And one of the things where you can get this like show up hacks thing on how to get people to show up to your stuff. I'm going to read that this week. Let's see. What else I got in here? Okay, I don't want to show y'all that one. Next thing. I bought a course last year. Okay. I bought a course last year from Jason Fadlin on how to do webinars. So basically, every slide deck that come with that program, I went and got it printed. Okay. Now, why am I telling you this? Okay. Why am I telling you this? A lot of you all do not have the behaviors of a millionaire. You're not invested in yourself. You're not reading. So let's go back. Okay. Let me go back. So I wasn't investing in myself. I wanted it cheap or free. I was not reading. Okay. And when I say reading, I'm not talking about for leisure. I'm not talking about nasty books. I'm not talking about books you get lost in. I'm talking about educational, self-development, life-changing books. I was not reading those types of books. The next thing, I wasn't around people who wanted to win. I don't know who needed to hear that, but I wasn't even around people who wanted to win. So when you're around people who don't want to win, guess what? You ain't going to win. If you want to win, you got to get around winners. And I know a lot of times when you see people who like killing it and making it, and you see that all their friends rich and everybody killing it, it's a reason for that. Don't nobody want to be around a loser. Don't nobody want to be around someone who's not ambitious. Don't nobody want to be around somebody who's always the victim. Okay? Like that's whack as hell. So again, let me recap. I wasn't investing in myself. I wasn't investing, right? Like I wasn't investing. I wasn't reading. The next thing, I wasn't hanging out with winners, okay, at all. I was hanging around a lot of people who was cool where they was at. And guess what? A lot of those people are still where they at, okay? I need you to understand that in order to become a person who can generate millions, it's not about the money. Like, I need y'all to know that it's not about the money. It's about who you become in the process to be the person who can generate millions. If that makes sense, just put yes in the chat. If you're liking this, make sure you like the video on YouTube. Also share this out if you're on any other platform. But I think it's important to share that with you because your behaviors will tell you where you at, okay? I made a post on my Instagram, okay? My Instagram and my Facebook. And a lot of people's like, people who think like this is, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, okay, sis, like, I'm not finna argue with you, okay? My mama taught me a long time ago, do not go back and forth with folks. And then guess what? I didn't. So I made a post and a lot of people took the post out of context. So I didn't even try to give context. I didn't try to like back up my statement. I'm like, if you're interested, go read about it, honey. So basically the quote said, if you want to know how people feel about themselves, look at their bank account. Okay. It's the greatest measurement of their mindset. The reason why I resonated with that particular quote is because that was true for me at that time. I did not have the mindset of a millionaire. That's why I was broke as hell. I had the mindset of a broke person. Okay. Let me tell you, let me recap again for those who like missed it. Number one, I wasn't investing in myself. I wanted everything free or cheap. Number two, I was not reading. I wasn't reading self-development books. I wasn't reading business development books. I wasn't reading shit. Okay. The third thing, I wasn't hanging around like-minded people who wanted to win. I was hanging around people who was not ambitious at all. Okay. They just wasn't ambitious. And then the last thing I'll leave you with is I had to believe that I could. I had to believe that I could. Because like, if I didn't believe that I could, then you wouldn't even know me right now, right? Like you wouldn't even know me. I would have never made the investments. I would have never joined the programs. I would have never been a part of the masterminds. I would have never made the investments. Like who you see right now sitting in this chair in Atlanta, Georgia, is not the girl from over a decade ago who was broke as shit. I need y'all to understand that. So when we talk about pricing for millions, when we talk about making millions, it's about who you become in the process. So is that making sense? Just put yes in the chat. Because before we get into that, it's about who you becoming. Some of you all see an opportunity for a program and be like, it's too expensive. You see some books you need to read. I ain't got time. It's people you need to hire to grow your company. You like, I ain't got the money. You supposed to be buying tickets to certain events and you just like, I don't want to travel. Let me tell you something. It is those decisions you're making. It's those things that you are doing right now that's hindering your growth, that's hindering your sales, that's hindering where you are now. If you have more questions than you have answers, then that should tell you where you should be focused. Let me say that again. If you have more questions than you have answers, then you know where you need to be focused. See, some of y'all are cool with being lost for years on end, right? Like, you want to write a book, but every time somebody tell you about a program or something you could do to learn how to read, write a book, you like, it's too expensive. So you mean to tell me that you're going to let the cost of something that's going to help you do something, you're going to let that cost deter you of your damn dream? Is that really a dream? Are you really serious? I remember when I wanted to create my certification program, right? I was searching high and low, looking for an individual who had come before me, who had created a certification program. I had been searching for that person for at least 2 years. Okay, at least 2 years. And this person don't know her. Her name is Tina Forsythe. She don't know this, but I was actually on YouTube looking for certification videos, and she had videos dated all the way back like over a decade ago. And I was like, this is my person. Let me go find her. As soon as I found, because I couldn't find a direct link to like work with her. So I was just on Google, typing in her name with certification program. At the right time, I contact her. I said, hey, I want to create my certification program. This was a couple years ago. This is probably in 2020, 2019. I want to say 2020. I reached out to her like, hey, I want to create a certification program. I see that you have this course. Can I go ahead and buy it? I buy the course. She immediately emails me and say, hey, I think you would like the accelerator. This is how much the accelerator is. Upgrade me because I want to go fast. See, some of you all are not serious about the things you say you want. That's why when people be like, man, I really want to level up. I really want to build a brand. I really want to put myself out there. And then when opportunity presents itself, you let broke mindset shit keep you from it. So going back to what I said earlier, you don't want to make the investment because you're being cheap, not because you can't afford it. I'm not talking about the people who can't really afford it. And that's a whole nother mindset all in itself. But if you believe you can't afford it, if you believe you can't become resourceful, then that belief will haunt you to the day you die. If you keep letting the cost of something keep you from growing your damn business, you will never be successful. Because guess what? Business owners understand that we have expenses. Business owners understand that you can't build a business or a brand for free. Like this mindset of some of these entrepreneurs just really blow me. Like, you all want to use social media for free. You get mad when the algorithm change. You don't want to run ads. You don't want to go pitch yourself. You don't want to go speak. You don't want to build a platform. You don't want to build a brand. You don't want to do shit. Like, you might as well just get out of business. Now, I know I'm probably stepping on some people's toes right now, but I'm being like super honest with you. In this season of my life, I am called to help people who are serious, not people who playing with it, not people who dabbling in it, not people who, subscribe and cancel. I don't want those people at all. Because the people that I'm attracting in this season, and I know it's working, like once I made that mental shift last year, like I really want to focus on people who want to build a brand, who want to build a legacy, who want to create assets, who want to grow themselves. It was a 360 change in who we start attracting in our business. So I want to be clear to you that in this season, if you want more, you have to be more. Let me say that again. If you want more, you have to be more. So if you're ready for what I'm about to share with you, just put yes in the chat. All right. So let me get into our key talking points, because, you know, I just had to set the stage because people want to make a bunch of money, but they don't want to become the person that makes the money. Let me say this. Making millions is actually not hard. Okay. It's who you need to become to make millions. That's the hard work. Okay. Let me repeat that. It's not about making millions. That's actually the easiest part. The hard part is who you need to become, who you need to shed, who you need to let go. That's the hard part. It's the people you need to cut off. It's the books you need to start reading. It's the investments you need to start making. It's the sacrifices you need to start doing. That's the thing you need in order to take yourself to the next level. Period. Okay? So I'm going to give you 7 things. Okay? 7 things that I believe that you need to have in place in order to properly price for millions. So let's talk about the pricing of offers first before we get into these things. So I'm going to give you 3 breakdowns. Okay? I'm going to give you 3 breakdowns. If you want to make a million, if you had a $5,000 offer, you only need 200 people. Okay? There you go. There go your million. Okay? If you wanted to have a $10,000 offer, you only need 100 people. Boom. There go your million. If you had a $30,000 offer, you only need 40 people, 1.2 million. Let me repeat that, because those numbers, in theory, it's easy. What's not easy is your belief in your ability to say, oh, can I even charge that? Which that's a whole nother live stream all in itself. But let me break it down again. If you had a $5,000 offer, okay, you only needed 200 people to make a million. If you had a $10,000 offer, you only need 100 people to make a million. If you had a $30,000 offer, you only need 40 people to make 1.2 million. I'm saying this because some of you all are probably thinking, well, Audria, I don't have a $5,000 offer or a $10,000 offer or a $30,000 offer. You may be in the wrong vehicle. Let me say this. You can go as slow as you want. Like if you want to spend your time selling, $10 trinkets, that's fine. But you better know how to mass market so you can reach the masses in order to make millions from a very inexpensive product. The people who are in e-com, like for instance, the CEO of the lip bar, they sell hundreds of thousands of lipstick, okay? So it's easy to sell something that's $10, $12, $15, right? And make millions of dollars because they know how to market. They are distributed worldwide around the globe. Like I can go to any Target and grab one of these. Some of you all are not willing to do what it takes to become the person that can build a $10 trinket thing to millions of dollars. Again, it goes back to what I said. Now, you may be in the wrong vehicle. Maybe you selling something that makes it really, really hard to get to the money. Because if you got a small email list, you're not marketing, you're not running ads, you're not speaking, you're not doing anything to build your platform, then it's going to be super hard to sell something that's $500, $200, $300. You actually think that's easy. It's not. You know what's hard? The marketing is one of the reasons why my first couple of business, my first 5 years of being an entrepreneur, I didn't make no money. I was really good at creating and making things, but I was horrible at selling and marketing the thing. This is why you have to understand both ends of the spectrum and understand how the game works, right? So let's talk about the 7 things. Number 1 is your type of offer. Okay, we just hinted on that a little bit, but the type of offer you sell will actually determine how fast you get to a million. So are you selling a service? Are you selling an event? Are you selling a product? Are you selling an experience? We're actually going to get into this in great detail at UnCloned Brand Live. Speaking of UnCloned Brand Live, if you haven't had your ticket yet, if you hadn't got your ticket yet, super early bird ends on March 31st, 2025. You can head over to uncloned.live to grab your tickets. Okay. So I wanted to put that out there for those who want to go deep on developing their offer. We go into great detail about that at UnCloned Brand Live. But what you sell with your actual offer, that's going to make or break whether or not you get to $1 million fast, right? So if I'm selling my $20 book, how many books do I need to sell in order to make $1 million? Let's do the math, right? So let's do the math. Let me pull out my calculator. Let's see. If I want to make $1 million from my book, I need to sell 50,000 copies of my book. Okay? We're talking about actual sales. We're not talking about conversion. We're not talking about traffic. We're not talking about none of that. If I wanted to make $1 million from this book, I would need to sell 50,000 copies. Okay? So we recently launched a accelerator. Okay? That's $2,500. Okay? And if you do a payment plan, it's 2 payments of $1,500. Now let's go with the $2,500. Let's just assume everybody going to pay in full. If I wanted to make $1 million from a $2,500 product, right? If I wanted to make $1 million, I divide that by 2,500. That gives me 400. I would need 400 clients to give me 2,500 in order to make $1 million. That's type of offer. So this is a type of offer. It's a book. Then I just told you about a 30-day program that we're running right now, which is a weekend intensive. However, let's say if I wanted to make $1 million from my mastermind, we no longer enroll for my mastermind, but let's just say if my mastermind was still open. If I wanted to make $1 million, right, in my mastermind, and our mastermind sells for $30,000, I only need 34 clients. I only need 34 clients in order to make $1 million. Now, one of the questions I want you to begin to ask yourself is, how hard do I want to work? Some of you all have not. One of the first things we do when you buy the offer system, one of the first things we do with clients when they buy the offer system, we get clear on the lifestyle they want, right? Do you want to work hard or you want to work easy? Let me say it again. Do you want to work hard or do you want to work easy? Like, do I want to spend my time trying to sell 50,000 copies of this book? Or do I want to spend my time only getting 40 or 50 or 100 clients into a higher ticket offer? It's your choice. It's your choice. It's totally up to you. But again, you need to think about what's the type of offer you have. Okay, so that's number one, the type of offer. Number two, messaging. Some of you all have really bad messaging. And when we talk about messaging, it's your communication. It's what you're saying online. It's your words. It's the things you say. It's how you communicate about what it is that you offer. So your messaging, right? And so, for instance, if you're using language like, let me think of some like weak language of what I would never use, because I definitely don't want to attract these type of people. For instance, want to learn how to grow a brand for free? I don't want those clients. I would never use that type of messaging, because I know that in order to build a real brand, aka an UnCloned brand, you're gonna need some bread. So I would never use messaging like how to build a brand for free. Like I wouldn't use that messaging at all. I don't want to attract nobody who wants that. Or let me think of something else. How to make $1 million in 30 seconds. It's screaming scam. Run. Get the hell away from me. Like horrible messaging. Okay? I'm trying to think of some other shit I done seen people do. Oh, how to write a book in a month. Baby, good books take time. Yeah, we got AI. Yeah, we got copyright and ghost writers and all the things. I don't want no fast book. I want a good book. I want a legacy book. I want a book that people gonna be happy to talk about. I wrote this book 7 years ago and people still ratting and raving about this book. I don't want no bullshit book. So I would never say no type of messaging like that. Let me be clear. The language, the messaging, the things that you say will determine the mindset of the person you attract. If you want to attract really dope people who's all about building legacy and they care about themselves and so on and so forth, it's all about the language that you're going to use. A lot of the times you all keep saying things like, oh, I don't attract my ideal avatar. I don't attract my ideal client. Well, you don't attract your ideal client. Let me start. You do not attract your ideal client because, one, you're not your ideal client, meaning you have not become the person that can attract your ideal client. People ask me all the time, like, how do you get these people who have like all these degrees and like, you know, you work with these type of people and these type of people? I am that person. Okay. I am that person, which moves me to I'm gonna bring this one up. Positioning. Some of you all have horrible positioning. You're positioning yourself like Walmart, but you want $100,000 client. You can't do that, sweetie. I mean, you can, but you're not gonna get the results you want. It's when we talk about positioning, how are you showing up? How are you representing yourself? How are you presenting yourself? All that plays a role in who you're going to attract. So let's recap so far. Number 1 is type of offer. Number 2 is messaging. Number 3, I moved it up, which is positioning. The next thing is marketing. How frequently are you marketing, right? This is the thing that takes everybody out, okay? I literally wrote a quote about this yesterday, I think last night. I basically said, anybody can come up with an idea, but the idea has to be marketed. And if you get to a place where you sick of marketing it, you're going to quit your business and you're going to think the business doesn't work when you didn't work, okay? So when we talk about marketing, are you running ads? Are you speaking? Are you pitching? Are you vending? Are you putting yourself out there in a big way? Because if you're not reaching the people you really want to meet, if you only reaching 10 people a day, you're not marketing. Are you willing to go live and live stream? Are you willing to pull out your phone and create content? Are you ready? Are you willing to go TikTok? Are you willing to go pitch yourself to go get on stages? Whatever the thing is, are you willing to market what it is that you have? I see a lot of people who are terrified to talk about what it is that they sell. Why the hell did you get in business if you're going to be afraid to ask for the sale? Okay, I'm gonna come back to ask for the sale here in a moment. So number 1 is type of offer. Number 2 is messaging. Number 3 is positioning. Number 4 is marketing. The next one is your pricing. So we already did a whole deep dive on pricing, but how you price your offer will determine how fast or how slow you get to millions. Again, if I want to make $1 million off my book, UnCloned Marketing, I need to sell 50,000 copies. However, if I had a $10,000 offer, a $15,000 offer, or a $30,000 offer, that's a lot easier for me to get to my million. Okay. The next thing, and this is this one's probably really, really important. It's your desire for your offer. Do people have a desire for what you sell? So let me be honest with y'all. Some of y'all are selling stuff that nobody gives a rat's ass about, okay? Because, for instance, let's say I was selling this bottle cap, okay? Let's say I was selling this bottle cap, and you love it. You think it's awesome. Like, oh my God, like I love my bottle cap. Since 1871, it's epic. I love my bottle cap. My bottle cap is awesome. I spent 14 years. I searched high and low for the perfect bottle cap. And you love it. You think it's awesome. You think it's epic. You think it's the best thing since sliced bread. And other people are like, I don't want no damn I don't want no bottle cap. Like, get out of here. I don't want that. So you need to be clear. Is there a natural desire for what you sell? Okay. Are people like DMing you? Are they asking you questions? Are they coming to your website? Are they showing interest? You need to be clear if there is desire for what it is that you offer. Okay. This next one is like so important. Okay. I'm actually going to slow down for this one. This next one is crucial. Okay. It is crucial. This is probably, I saved this one for last for a reason. Okay. I saved this one last for a reason. Also, if you have any questions, go ahead and start putting them in the comments, because there is a significant delay between you and I. So if you have any questions, make sure you go ahead and start putting them in here. If I don't see any questions at the conclusion of this live stream, we will end the broadcast. Okay. So I just want to put that out there. This next one is crucial for your success. Okay. You have to have confidence and the ability to ask for the sale. Let me say that again. You have to have confidence and your ability to ask for the sale. Some of you all are not making money simply because you don't believe in yourself. Yep, just that simple. You don't believe in yourself. You believe you could start a business, so you start a business. You believe you could create the product or service you have or the event. Like you could believe you could create that thing. But when you went to go market it and talk about it and tell people about it and get people to advocate about it, you shrinked. You got small. You let a loser, you let a sucker tell you it wasn't good enough. And so your confidence took a dive. And then you took a dive. And then the next thing you know, you won't even ask for the sale because you don't even believe you're worthy of it. You don't even believe that people will buy it. There's nothing I've ever created where I didn't believe with my whole entire soul that I could sell it. Okay? You should not be selling, marketing, advertising, promoting anything that you do not have 1,000% confidence. Not 100, 1,000%. Some of you all are simply not making money because you will not ask for the sale. I cannot begin to tell you how many people I discover on Instagram that I want to work with, or people I find on Threads that I want to work with, or people I see on Facebook. And there's nothing, and when I say nothing, that tell me how to work with them, how to take the next step. See, everybody are really good keyboard gangsters, especially the people on Facebook. I say those people for another day. But like, people are hella keyboard gangsters. They will sit on Facebook and make a 50,000 post a month. And not one post will say, hey, can you visit my website? They won't have a single post that say, go book a call. They won't have one single post that say, buy my stuff. They won't have not one post. You want to know why? Because they let these broke ass internet influencers tell them that they shouldn't be asking for money. You shouldn't. No. You just got to provide value. You got to provide value. That's exactly what you have to do. You have to provide value. You shouldn't be always asking for the sale. You shouldn't, no, you shouldn't ask for money. What? Are y'all fucking crazy? Let me say this. Have you ever went to Amazon.com and they paused the site and said, hold up. Do not add nothing to cart. Do not add anything to cart. Let me add value first. Hold on. Don't buy nothing. Like, stay on this site for a year and let me add value. And then I'm going to ask you for the sale on Black Friday. Get the hell out of here. You cannot grow a business, okay, not asking for money. And this is another thing. This wasn't even on the list. Y'all need to be cool with asking for money. Why are you so terrified to ask for something that you need to run a business? You know how much software I pay for? You know how much taxes is? Do you know how much it costs to be operational? You know how many people I pay monthly? What are you talking about? You're going to have the audacity to pay all these people, pay for all these tools, pay for all this software, be a part of all these programs, and then you're going to have the audacity to not ask for the sale? What the hell is wrong with you? Like, I don't get it. Let me tell you something, which moves me to another point. If you want to make some money, stop getting advice from broke ass people who don't do shit but just stay on the internet all day. That, like, literally, that's their life. They just talk shit on Facebook every single day. That's their whole spiel, is to only comment on your shit when they don't comment on anything positive, right? It's crazy that I post so much awesome, epic things. I'll post one little thing and everybody ready to rip me to shreds. I'm like, oh my fucking God, I hate the internet. Like, I have this love-hate relationship with the internet, right? But anyway, I just want you all to know that if you want to price your offers for millions, you have to become the person who can attract millions, who can generate millions. So let me recap this, because I added something to the list that I'm trying to remember. So number one, the type of offer, okay? Your messaging, your marketing, the pricing of your offer, the positioning of your offer, the desire for your offer, your confidence and your ability to ask for the sale. Stop being afraid to ask for money, okay? Because you probably got some deep-rooted issues that ain't got nothing to do with being a business owner. Maybe when you was a kid, your folks told you money didn't grow on trees, or maybe you grew up in an environment where money was scarce, and so on and so forth. Business does not work like that, which moves me to another thing. I told my mastermind client this today. I said, look, you need to not have an emotional attachment to your business. Some of you all have such an emotional attachment to your business that you treat your business like a baby. Your business is not a baby. Your business is an asset. Let me say that again, okay? Let me say that again. Your business is not your baby. Your business is an asset, okay? You're the CEO of it. It is your job to run it, grow it, and take it to new heights. That's your job. That's your responsibility. Is this making sense, everybody? Just put yes in the chat. Okay. Let me just say this. Just want to know. Okay. So the next thing I'll say is, for those who want to join us in July, which is my birthday weekend, July 18th through the 20th. So July 20th is my birthday. It's, I will be turning 39. Okay. If you all want to join us in July, okay, if you feel like what I talked about today resonated with you, you should be at UnCloned Brand Live in July. Okay. Like, now is the best time to get your tickets. We have super early bird pricing right now. You have until March 31st. Don't wait till March 31st. You here right now, go over there and get your ticket. Head over to uncloned.live to grab your tickets. Trust me, you want to be in the building. You want to be in the building. We're going to be talking about how to build a brand. We're going to be talking about how to be the best CEO. We're going to talk about your brand ID and IP, which is your intellectual property and brand identity. We're going to get into offer development, launching, content, opportunities, and publishing. This is the only conference in the world, okay, that's going to teach you how to be uncloned and how to build an uncloned brand. So head over to uncloned.live and grab your tickets, okay? So I'm going to answer some questions, and then we'll go from there, okay? Okay. Let's see here. Let me move that to the center here. Boom. Okay. Let me move this out the way. Okay, cool. I love the content. Are you willing to do the work? Are you adding value? Do you believe in you? Yes. Yes. Let's see. How did you evolve during times when you needed to learn many new skills at once in order to grow your business? I focused on the skill that I felt like was going to move me into making money faster. There was two things that I focused on. Number one is how do I create an offer that's worth selling? And number two, how do I market it? That was it. Those are the top two skills that I prioritize. If you're doing anything else besides those two things, you're wasting time. Okay? If you're tinkering with your website, if you're tinkering with, something random as hell, if you're not thinking about how can I make the best offer and how do I market the shit out of it, if you're not prioritizing those two skills, you're wasting time. Okay? Let me repeat that. If you're putting yourself out there, okay? If you're putting yourself out there and you are not prioritizing how to create offers, how do you create an offer that people want to buy? And two, how do you market the shit out of it? If you're not doing those two things, then you're not making money. That's what I focused on. I didn't focus on anything that did not bring in money. Early on in my career, I didn't know how to market any other way but to launch. It's one of the reasons why I absolutely love launching. Because if I wanted to make money, I launched, right? We literally just did an entire masterclass about choosing the right marketing event to promote your products and services. So I just need you all to know that, like, if you are in a season in your business where you need to generate cash, you need to be focused on your offer and marketing, period. Nothing else matters. For real. Do you have an offer that you can deliver on and sell people? And then the second thing is, are you marketing? Are you talking about it? Some of you all actually have offers, but you won't tell nobody about it. You don't think nobody will buy it. You making it difficult as hell for people to find out about it. I go to your website and I got to click 15 times before I see what the offer is. Or I got to, I have to aggressively ask you to send me an invoice, or, hey, can you properly send me this thing so I can pay you? Like, I've had more issues with solopreneurs collecting money than any other group of people. Like, for some reason, y'all don't know how to collect payment. Y'all collecting payment incorrectly. You're not pricing people properly. Like, it's a whole lot of stuff. But what I will say is this: if you have a solid offer and you're marketing that offer, it shouldn't be no reason why you're not selling. Which moves me to another thing. Some of you all will not do a webinar. You won't do one-on-one calls. You won't live stream. You won't go speak on stages. You won't pitch yourself. All of those things are high visibility things that you want to do. And the reason most people avoid those things is because they have this fear around putting themselves out there. Well, I don't want to sound stupid. I don't really know if, look, y'all, you're going to have, and this is another thing. Some of you all are so doubtful when it comes to your business. Like, you're just so negative. Ain't nobody going to watch my videos. Ain't nobody going to share my stuff. Ain't nobody going to check for me. Ain't nobody this and ain't nobody that. Look, sweetie. If God has given you a vision and gave it to you, told you to go out and spread it, tell everybody, and you are being disobedient. Why? Why? If you have, I'm talking to people who got something to sell right now in this very moment, whether it's a course, product, service, event, I don't care what it is, digital product, ebook, I don't give a shit, whatever it is. If you have a product or service and you're not on people's neck about getting it in front of people, what else are you doing? What else are you so busy doing? Because if you're not live streaming, doing one-on-one calls, hosting launch events, pitching yourself or speaking, you're wasting time. Those 5 things I just said is the easiest way to get to the money. But some of you all will literally do everything but that. You will doom scroll on Instagram. You will doom scroll on TikTok. You will doom scroll on Facebook. You will kiki with your buddy in all of these communities, but you will not pitch yourself. You will not go try to speak on stages. You will not conduct one-on-one sales calls. You will not live stream. Like, why are you not doing the things that actually move the needle, that actually make you money? Okay? Like for real. So, anywho, I pray that this live stream was helpful. I want to have a reminder here again for those who don't know. We're hosting UnCloned Brand Live, which is our 3-day virtual conference. I'm so happy about this conference. It's our second time doing it this year. We do it every 6 months. And when I tell you, you want to be in the building in July. So head over to uncloned.live, grab your tickets while it's at the lowest price humanly possible, right? And just know that super early bird ends on March 31st, 2025. So if you know you coming, go ahead and grab your ticket. I pray that this live stream gave you everything that you needed. We're going to play the book bundle commercial. I appreciate you all. And until next time, y'all, let's go live an uncloned life and build an uncloned brand. Bye, y'all. Really quick, UnCloned Insiders, it's time to go from unknown to uncloned. You got to have the UnCloned book bundle, the #1 book bundle in the marketplace to help you live an uncloned life and build an uncloned brand. All you have to do is head over to unclonedbb.com. That is unclonedbb.com. Until next time, let's go live an uncloned life and build an uncloned brand.